Alexandra, if I may, ask you to scroll down between slides. I'll just request you. Uh, Ladies and gentlemen, the manner of this speech, I'm not going to be observing prescriptively what those words mean. The purpose of this presentation for me is just to engage you with some keywords that are essential on what mental model is necessary when you're dealing with conflict in ideation. There's absolutely no requirement to end up in a fight, waste money, waste your resources, energy. It's all unnecessary. What I thoroughly believe in is intelligent dialogue, and when that fails, it becomes a fight. And the majority of the world requires intelligent dialogue. It doesn't require right and wrong. It is always, and I'm going to cover this furthermore, it is always better to advocate for the opponent. And the reason is, when you advocate for the opponent, the opportunity for conflict reduces immeasurably. Now, there are things we like and there are things we don't like. There are non-negotiables in our day-to-day activities. What I would like to offer to you is this. Consider your life from beginning to now. You have lived your life according to your wishes. So why don't we use a neutral language and a neutral posture to flip the coin and move it from 180 degrees perception to a 360 degree perception, which is normally known as a 360 degree evaluation when you are assessing a person or a role. So why not disagree with ourselves? See what happens. Just disagree with yourself vehemently. Just say, look, I don't know. What do you know? I don't know how to solve this problem. If you know, I'll pick you. It is far superior and is economically a cheaper solution than solving the same thought process independently for the same problem statement. It simply doesn't make sense. So to define your success, know that the problem solution statement is part of the same essential system. As I was saying previously, conflict is nothing but against a measured boundary in time. So if you remove the boundary in conflict, accept all boundaries in the conflict, you quickly come to the solution that it might not even be a conflict. Now, the toughest thing in something as difficult as a social interaction is we don't have data. We seldom know that what we are thinking, we're not able to grasp how we are thinking and how we are ideating. That has to be acknowledged. That we don't know where our ideas come from. We neither use a scientific method to refer to the source of the idea. It doesn't matter whether it's scientific or of a religious nature. The most essential thing is to declare your source of knowledge. So it might be clear these are called precedents or assonance. You should know where your roots are as a person, why you are saying what you are saying. And the most important thing is not to recognize the other person as an opposition or as an adversary. An adversary is someone who stands in opposition irrespective of the evidence. So the most important thing in decimating an adversary is to understand their assumptions. If you understand their assumptions, you know why they're speaking, you know the roots and the lineage of ideas. And How do you know the other person has comprehended? You should close it with a test. Now, in education, what usually happens is we don't know if children have consumed what they've been taught. Sometimes you'll be blown away by what children say. They say something too advanced, and you think this child requires 3 grades of promotion. But then 3 days later, the child completely contradicts him or herself, illustrating they didn't really understand the problem. So it might also be the case with the person that you're trying to resolve, that didn't understand the problem, and it is a natural part of the learning process. Alexandra, can you go to the next one? Now, I don't believe in voice modalities, or how you say it or project your ideas. The truth always prevails, irrespective of the complexity. There is no such thing as an endless battle that's time bound. We do not have infinite resources to keep speaking at large. We do not have infinite resources, and we do not have infinite time to continue to negate another person. So, without dismissing the opposition, without considering the person as an opposition, purely for tax imperatives, don't dismiss the truth. And now what I would like to say is a 90-second advocacy. Start with the end in mind. Start with the opposing values. I even suggested this to a cardiologist friend who I'm willing to work with. I said this to him: do everything you do mindfully, but just flip the coin. See what happens for a week. And I'm yet to receive the report on this experience. If you're mindful, become non-mindful. Just see what happens. Then you'll find true concentration. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.